हाँ, आपका भी इधर ही बात करना है ना, उधर से बात कर।
Morning, sir.
Morning. So you are coordinating, eh?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Morning, Nayas.
Sir. So Richin will be our MC today, sir.
Oh?
Richin. So.
Yeah. Good.
Yes, sir.
अभी 3 मिनट है ना?
Yes, sir.
They have allowed you as a fan.
Yeah. No. Good morning, sir. So you are on mute.
Morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning, sir. Morning, sir.
Morning, sir.
So can we start, sir?
Yeah.
So I'd like to welcome all to this launch event. So we went from having Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Sarah Berkeley as our inspiration to Sachin, Binny Bansal, Ritesh Agarwal, Ankiti Bose, who is the first female unicorn founder, and Falguni Nair. So this is going to be the decade of the startup, and the startup revolution is here. So with these words and without further ado, I'd like to introduce Dr. Dinesh Nilkan, Dean of Management, Jain University, to address the gathering. Dinesh sir, this is all yours.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
So good morning, one and all, and my pranams to all of you. Respected Chairman, Jain Group of Institutions, Dr. Chainraj Roychand, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Raj Singh, Principal Officers, Head of the Departments, Directors, Deans, Faculty members, and my dear students. So on behalf of Jain University, I welcome all of you for the launchpad of Risepreneurs and Kalpavriksha, Shri Kutum, Student Nirbhar. When the thought of entrepreneurship, when we think about entrepreneurship, we have to first understand that we are an entrepreneurial thinking university. And towards that, what steps have we taken? And the steps what we are going to take, these steps are going to be fruitful for entire community of students, teachers, and all our friends and colleagues. Coming back to the point is that what is that we are looking for? As all of you know, friends, that education is going under a tremendous transformation thanks to pandemic. And the entire business, that is today's world of business, tells us to form and to get high quality of work in less time with less money. And this happens with augmented reality, artificial intelligence, automation, and these are the future trends. And the frightful five who are complementing to this are Google, Amazon, Apple, Facebook, and Microsoft. Now understand this, the entire game of how technology is being looked into is being taken care by these people. Under these categories, we are now going to set up businesses. So when we talk about entrepreneurship, what is happening here is everybody is talking about tech entrepreneurship. Everybody's talking about app. Everybody's talking about that how technology can help. But nobody's talking about hardcore entrepreneurship. So hardcore entrepreneurship is also one aspect which all of us should look into, and that also is giving us returns. So that has to be understood. Taking this leaf out of the book, what we thought was that at Jain University, with the help of the chairman, and he was the person who actually thought of this process, and that was Kalpavriksha, Shri Kutum, and Student Nirbhar. Now let me just define, and my friend Monu John is going to brief you a lot on this, but I'll just make you clear about what does it mean. When it comes to Kalpavriksha is basically the word itself, Kalpavriksha. The Vriksha is going to take the entire load of entrepreneurship of Jain University. So under that we have Shri Kutum, and under that we have Student Nirbhar. So Kalpavriksha is an entrepreneurship journey. Shri Kutum is a concept where we have niche products which are being given to the society, and Student Nirbhar is a platform where it is for all of us. It's an e-commerce platform where we have all the students and all our colleagues coming together, selling these products on the e-commerce platform at a lesser price than the market. And the entry to this is absolutely free. Now the question arises that all the students normally ask that should I get into this business only when I am going to come out of entrepreneurship? No. If it is your family business, you also can come in. If you want to give some services, this is the first platform on e-commerce where you have services also being taken into consideration, and that is actually a good point which we can score on. So you can teach music, you can be a good dancer, you can be anything, and then you can give these services to everybody, and that is what is Student Nirbhar. Let me tell you one thing, friends, that this is happening absolutely free of cost, and then you make money out of it. Now, when we say making money out of it, I'm very sure that you are not making a lot of money, but then you have the concept of earning when you are learning. And when you are learning and when you are earning, definitely the confidence levels go high. Because when you see when I made a mention of these frightful five, you never know that what augmented reality, what automation is going to come in, and tomorrow how they are going to literally conquer on us. So at that point of time, we should be ready. Tomorrow we should have some tools with us where we are going to survive with this. Education, yes, we are going to do best in our education, but how are we going to survive? So for that purpose, entrepreneurship is the only answer, which chairman says, and I agree to that point, that that is how it is going to make a difference. And I'm very sure that in his talk, he is going to make it very, very clear to us. So that is what student Nirbhar is. And I'm sure Monujon is going to put a lot of light on that. Now, coming back to the transformation which is happening. So there is a lot of transformation happening in education. So education, when this transformation is happening, the pace at which the corporate are moving in, are we keeping that pace? Now, that is the question. So the entire concept is that entrepreneurship has to be taught. And this particular concept of let us be job providers and not job seekers, let us imbibe this in us, and then we start this concept. So let me just brief you some tips on entrepreneurship, and that I think so will make a difference. Now, when we talk about entrepreneurship, the first thing which comes to our mind is that do we have that particular passion? Do we have that idea in our mind? Does our idea have a potential? Is this idea going to be different from what others have? And when an idea comes in, you have to add visibility to it, because an idea is invisible. So you have to make it visible. You have to add value to it. When you add value to it, after that, try and look into that what best can be done so that this idea is having a potential. If this idea is not having a potential, it will not work. Because if this idea is not going to solve problems, it will not work. If the idea is not getting into the gap analysis, it will not work. So understand that whether there are gap analysis. Now, what is gap analysis? Basically, trying to understand that there is a need of something which comes in. The example is that earlier when we used to go for movies, I had given this example earlier also, that we used to stand in line for tickets. But now it is book my show, and you need not go and stand there in queues. Now look how life becomes easy. If you have to go to a tourist place, we were searching for taxis. You will find that now how Ola and Uber has made it easy. If you go to tourist place, you have to get into hotels, how Oyo has made life easy. So you find that things are becoming easier when technology comes in. And technology, my dear friends, should make our life easier and not complex. Okay. So we have to understand the gap, and on these gaps, you have to come out with a product. So the mindset of an entrepreneur is those who are interested in the consequence and not the process will only dream. So they will not do it. They will only be talking about it. So dreaming is not going to help. I'm going to become big one day. It will not work. You have to actually jump into the pool and then start working. Take a step forward. It requires a huge money, sir. The first question which everybody is asking, that it requires a huge money. I'll give you an example of Tesla. What did he do? He came out with an electric car. What did he announce? That this electric cars will be announced and you can start booking your car. You all started booking the car. The amount of money collected. And after that, he started talking to engineers that how an electric car has to be designed. Now look at this. Okay, how people are attracted towards this. Now that point of time, that amount of money which was required to design an electric car, it was absolutely insane. But then after that, you find that you started believing in it, and you find that now things are moving around. So that is how the concept works. So a thorough homework on the idea, and whether the idea is identifying the gap, that is more important, and is it going to give you an effective solution. Look at what you want to create, and if you want to create is truly worthwhile, then money will happen. You have a passion, and in that passion you have to see that whether that passion is going to work, and then start working towards it. Baad mein paisa aayega. Don't think that I'll do something and then after that lot of money will flow in. To aisa hota nahi. The thing is that with that passion you have to work 24/7. 24/7 you have to work. And at that point of time, money will happen if you are going to do it effectively. Then the question comes, what skills I should have to build that idea? Networking, to check whether the ideas are brilliant or not, understand the potential. Having an idea is not important, execution is important. This is what is very, very important. You have to evaluate, is there a customer desirability in that idea? लोगों को चाहिए क्या वो? Customer desirability है क्या? That has to be looked into. If ideas are great, everything will happen. And whenever you do business, always keep in mind that how it will help the society. and the planet. If at all you are helping the society and the planet, it will work. So my dear friends, I think so a lot of speakers are going to speak on this particular concept. My only request to you is that keep that passion in your mind, see that I want to do something different, and keep on going continuously. And I'm very sure that somewhere or the other it will strike and it will happen. At a point of time earlier, whatever you are thinking, people will say that no, this cannot happen, because this is how they are going to build a circle around you. You will have more people telling you that how it will not happen, and you will have very few people who will tell you how it will happen. Try to believe in yourself, but unnecessary, don't be in the concept of that, don't have insane ideas, it will not work. I cannot say that now I want to become Sachin Tendulkar. वो नहीं होगा, वो concept नहीं होगा. So that cannot work. So I have to understand that what I can do, and on the basis of that, if I'm going to work towards it, I'm very sure that you will be successful. I just want to end up with one thing, that in China, when you say crisis, they name crisis as opportunity in danger. Look at the way they think about. And then these opportunities have to be looked into. And I'm very sure that if at all, right from day one, if you start thinking differently, you will definitely succeed. And rest, from the education point of view, we are there. We will try our level best to give you the best. Thank you very much, and over to the MC. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dinesh sir, for your insights. Now, I'd like to welcome Raj Singh sir, who is an academic administrator, teacher, consultant, trainer, speaker, and academic entrepreneur for 10 years. So, Dr. Raj Singh has been the vice chancellor for several of the leading institutions in India. Since January 2020, he has been an advisor and consultant to 5 universities across India, including Jain University. With a master's in economics and a qualified CFA and PhD in strategic finance, he has over 39 years of experience. TEDx speaker, Dr. Singh is known for his oratory skills and innovative approach in higher education. We welcome you, Dr. Singh. Now you can give your opening remarks to the gathering. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Chandra Roychand, Principal Officers of the University, Dr. Dinesh, Dr. Monu John, Dr. Sudarshan, Sunayaj, my colleagues and dear students. Thank you for having me this morning for this very, very important event. It was exactly 2 years ago, the Honorable Chancellor would remember, sir, it was February, March, first week, we talked for the first time. And in our first interaction, the idea of entrepreneurship was put in my brains. And I think that became a common ground for our future discussions. And it was becoming more and more crystal clear that Jain deemed to be university has to become entrepreneurial university. And then come July, the new national education policy was announced amidst the COVID pandemic. Immediately after that, Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan was announced by the Honorable Prime Minister. And rest, we have seen how NEP is now being implemented, the most debated topic all over the country as far as education is concerned. Who knew that National Education Policy 2020 will become a catalyst for implementing all those initiatives and making a university an entrepreneurial university? And that's what we're exactly doing today. And our job was to integrate these concepts of entrepreneurial university and what Dr. Monu John and Sudarshan Seshama and Dr. Dinesh had been doing about 3 great concepts.